Hello everybody, I am Fuzzyface and welcome back to this series of McLaren on Motorsport Manager. We are currently first, can you quite believe that? First in the Constructors standings, 101 points. The next best team is Red Bull on 58 points, Mercedes behind that on 54, Ferrari struggling a little bit on 41 points. This time out though, can we hold on to this lead? The other cars should be getting reliable now. We know we don't have the best car, but we are up to 4th now. We're still behind Red Bull though. Ferrari leading, they have a better car than Mercedes. We do have the best driver lineup with Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. Ferrari second, so you would expect Ferrari to be doing a lot better this season. But look at this. We have got new engines in the car. New engines, look at that, a 997 and a 957. Amazing. We're actually catching up with the engines now. I don't know where we are quite overall. 5th at the moment. We're still behind Red Bull and the Mercedes powered Williams, but we're getting there. We are getting there. We do have, or I do have, another engine build coming. It's got 0 hours left on the build time, but it's not going to be done in time for Black Sea. Hopefully we can get this ready for the next race, which is Tondela. Hopefully we can have it done for then. But as it is, Hamilton's got the new best engine. But Alonso has a lot of the better parts in that he's got the better aero setup than Lewis Hamilton. So it's going to be interesting to see here. The aero package is crucial for Russia. The engine is useful. So Alonso should be quicker here. Alonso, even though he's got the slightly worse off car, Hamilton's car's a tiny little bit better. Alonso has usually been quicker than Hamilton in qualifying. It's not that way in the standings. Hamilton currently leading the drivers' standings. He's had a win and a 3rd place, whereas Alonso's been on the podium for each of the first 3 races, but he's yet to win a race. He's had 2 thirds and 1 second. Hopefully he can build on that, go a little bit higher than that this time out. So it's going to be interesting to see what the engines can do this time out. Hopefully it's going to be decent enough. We're still waiting on the HQ, 2 weeks left. That's going to be done after this race in time for Tondela, so maybe we can get another engine part build, but we can't go for anything. Yeah, we can't actually go for anything higher because the epic parts, the one that gives a boost to the rating, is risky, and I don't want any risky parts in this car. I don't want to be demoted over something so trivial as an illegal engine part. Well, it's not really trivial, but you know what I'm saying. Meanwhile, we've replaced the sponsor that was here. I can't even remember who it was, but we've got Adidas on the car. Adidas actually looks quite good with this car. We had Adidas last season. They're back on the car. Hopefully we can get rid of this ugly Gulf one. It doesn't quite look right sat on the side of this car. The image is a little bit pixelated. I don't know why. I think there's just something wrong with the way the colours mesh with each other. Who knows? But anyway, let's jump into this. We're going to take the 600,000. Should we take Gulf? Don't think we're going to qualify 3rd or above, but maybe with the new engines we might. So we'll take a risk. We'll take a risk. There's not that much difference. Look at that, you don't actually get any difference. But if we accepted this one, but did finish 3rd or above, this one would come down because this one stays the same at 1910 because there's bonuses to pay out if we finish 3rd or above. I think Alonso is 3rd or above. I think we pay out Hamilton if we pay. Look at that one. This one is a lot bigger. But because we pay out bonuses for that one, we've got bonuses to pay out to Hamilton, Alonso, to both mechanics as well if we do finish first. So we'll go with the bigger one just in case we finish up the order. But yeah, so hopefully we can get into this race now. We'll do practice, we'll run qualifying, we'll be back for running down the grid order, and then we'll get into the race from that point. And hopefully we can be much improved in qualifying. We can't be much more improved for the races, can we? But hopefully we're a little bit more improved with these new engines for qualifying. So here we go with the grid for the Russian Grand Prix. We've got Vettel on pole, Jensen Button on 2nd, a Ferrari Mercedes, front row of the grid. Then we've got the other Mercedes of Bottas in 3rd. Daniel Ricciardo rounds out the 2nd row in the Williams. Then 5th place for Alonso, not too bad. We've improved quite a bit to get up into 5th place. 6th is Kimi Räikkönen in the Ferrari, and then starting behind Alonso on the grid is Lewis Hamilton in 7th place. Not a lot between our 2 cars, about half a tenth of a second. Not too bad going to get Hamilton. He's finished a lot better than the 11th that he did in the last race. And then in 8th place we've got the first Red Bull, Max Verstappen, followed by Jerome D'Ambrosio in 9th place, Stoffel van Dorn Van Dorn in 10th place in the Red Bull. Then we've got the Force India of Perez in 11th, 12th Carlos Sainz in the first. Renault on the grid. Renault doing pretty good this season to get up into 11th with Sainz. Esteban Ocon, the Force India 13th, Toro Rosso of Kvyat 14th, the other Toro Rosso of the young driver Pierre Gasly 15th, Renault 16th with Julian Palmer. He's a lot further behind his teammate Carlos Sainz. And then we've got the Saubers locking out with the 9th row of the grid, Ericsson and Verline. And then we've got Haryanto actually beating Kevin Magnussen in the Russian time, 19th and 20th, right at the back of the grid. So let's get into this race now, on to the start. We're not going to push the tyres for Alonso because we do need to have him look after his tyres. Hamilton meanwhile can push. As we can see, Alonso goes through his tyres a lot quicker, but here we go. We've dropped down the order a tiny little bit. Up here, we're down into 7th and 9th here. Hamilton making a move on Alonso. Hamilton goes around the outside. Alonso holds the line. Can Alonso now come back at Van Dorn? He can. Van Dorn gets past Alonso. He's got the other Red Bull of Ricciardo in front of him. No, that's Verstappen. What am I saying? Ricciardo's actually in the Williams, but we've got Hamilton now past Van Dorn. Alonso makes a move on Verstappen. Can he make it stick around the outside? No, he can't. We're going to get some of the boost here. Can we use a boost? We use some of it. Alonso on the inside of Hamilton. Alonso's going to use his little bit of boost now. Hamilton, can we get past Kimi Raikkonen in 5th? But anyway, we've just run through the pit stops quickly. Alonso can't go a long way on this first super soft tyre. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to go super soft and then we're going to go super soft. We can't go super soft, soft and then super soft because we don't know how long you can make this soft tyre last. It says 9 laps, but he might not be able to get that because the weather is pretty warm. So we're going to go super soft, and then depending on how far we're into the race, we know whether to go soft or medium for the last stint of the race. Meanwhile, Hamilton, he can go a lot further. He's got a lot better tyre wear, so he can go super soft, soft, and then back onto the super soft to finish the race. So that's what we're going to be doing there. We're going to see Alonso's going to be coming in first. We're going to see how far we can get him on this super soft tyre. Right, so we're going to have Hamilton push his fuel a lot more as well. We're pretty similar on tyre wear at the moment, but we're going to try hold one car back, aren't we? Let's cool this tyre down of Hamilton's. He's in 5th. We want him to go a lap longer than what Alonso's going to be doing. Alonso currently battling with Kimi Raikkonen, and Alonso has locked up. I'm hoping we can get another lap out of him. Use a little bit of his boost. There goes Alonso flying through. Hamilton's going to use his boost now to get that back. So yeah, this is going to drop, but we do have enough battery that we could stretch it out here. We could stretch this tyre out. We are on 18 laps to go. That is not enough to do this. Even if we go another lap, we can't do it. So we're going to do super soft this lap. That lockup really cost him. The lockup cost him there. So Alonso is going to be coming into the pits this time. We're going to boost him into the pits. Hamilton meanwhile now 3rd place. We've got a few cars in the pits already, possibly trying the undercut, so we're going to push here. We'll keep pushing the fuel. Alonso a decent pit stop. We'll push him. Too early on the push. Too early on the pushing. There we go. We'll push him. Get him to about 30. Hamilton meanwhile, his tyres, we're going to go soft on this one. It's going to come out in 6th place. Fast 4. Should we go fast? Should we try a fast one? No, we won't risk it. I daren't do it after the shocking pit stops of last season. Maybe sometime in the future we'll try the fast ones, but I don't think we need it today. Hamilton 3rd. We're going to boost him all the way into the pits. Here he is going past Daniel Ricciardo. Flies past him, right. So Hamilton hits the pits for his soft tyre. Alonso is stuck here behind a Russian time. Alonso's stuck behind a Russian time, although we're coming now, right, so we're going to have to go back down. We've got a high for a couple of laps longer. Alonso, meanwhile, 11th. Hamilton got back out in front of Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso now making his way past Julian Palmer. Can we get him past? We don't want him getting held up anymore, right, so we've got our McLarens back together, and we've got... no one else has actually pitted yet. Are we actually in range? Could we actually be in range here? Hamilton can go a long way on these tyres. Yeah, he's pretty much there is Hamilton. So we want to try and get past these couple of cars as quick as we can. So we'll keep up with what we're doing with the tyres at the moment. No, maybe we'll go down. We'll keep up with high mode. Here we go. Button hits the pits. Ricciardo hits the pits. Where are we going to come here? Where are we going to go? Third. Not much boost left, and they're coming out of the pits. We get past any of them? No, we're behind. Still behind Ricciardo. Still behind Button. And the Force India, the Renault of Sainz, and the Sauber of Wehrlein still yet to pit. Alonso, meanwhile, has made a move on Hamilton. Hamilton coming back at him, though. Oh, neither of them getting the advantage over the other, so we're going to have to go now medium. We're at the 1.4 mark. There's about 14 laps left, so we should be right on the limit here. But we should be expecting Alonso to go a lot quicker here, because he does have the faster tyre at the moment. Though this tyre should start being quicker than the super softs as time goes on, because you're going to have a lot more life left in this tyre. There's going to be some sort of crossover point, but we're going to let him race. We're not going to. Alonso's on the quicker tyre and he's struggling to get past Wehrlein here. Let's boost him. Let's see if he can get past Wehrlein. He tries to dive up the outside, can't do it. Hamilton, meanwhile, will boost him as well. Can he make a late move on Wehrlein? Into the little chicane, he can. Hamilton gets past Wehrlein as well. So in front of us now, we've got Daniel Ricciardo. There's Sainz and Perez between the three of us, and Button, who's out in front. Button's on a really slow medium tyre though. I don't think he can get that to the end of the race, but Hamilton has let Wehrlein back past him. Alonso's locked up somewhere along the way, so he's definitely going to have to go for the medium tyre. Hamilton, meanwhile, will boost him to get back past Wehrlein. Wehrlein on a slow medium tyre here, competing with Hamilton. Alonso, meanwhile, 5th place, still trying to get to Daniel Ricciardo. What have we got left here? Can we get this tyre far enough that we can come in for the soft tyre? That is the question. And we might be able to get the undercut on him as well, because we're going to get in for the soft tyre as well. I'm sure Daniel Ricciardo's got to pit again. There's no way he can get that medium to the end of the race. Or at least I hope he can't. He got past Sainz anyway. We're going to try and get Hamilton closer to Sainz here. Try to cool these tyres down a bit for a lap as well. We're going to have to... We can go push now because we're going to have to pit this lap. 10 laps remaining. Oh, we just can't do it, can we? We just can't reach it. It's going to be a bit of a risk. I know it says that we can go to 11 laps, but... we're not going to risk it. We'll go medium. We're going to have to go medium. We can't risk it. But we'll risk a pit stop, eh? We'll risk a pit stop. See if we can do a fast pit stop. Risky. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it works out for us. We're going to push Alonso now because we know he's pitting. We'll try to cool these tyres down of Hamilton, and we're going to get Sainz out of the way because he's coming into the pits. At which point we can turn the tyres back up. Right, so we can go back to medium. We can push down this straight. Hamilton goes up into 3rd place. Alonso in the pits. A decent pit stop on fast. He's out into 7th, which more importantly gets him ahead of Verstappen. He's currently behind Van Dorn. We'll use this tiny little bit of boost that he's got. We can afford to push the tyres a tiny little bit. And what have we got left? 10 laps. We only need to go 2 more laps on these soft tyres before we get before we get Hamilton in, so we can actually push him a little bit now. See if we can try and catch up to Daniel Ricciardo here. We're 5.1 seconds behind. Are we going to be lapping quicker than him in this lap? Are we? A 129.2, but a 128.2. We're 1 second quicker than Daniel Ricciardo at the moment. Alonso currently stuck behind the car of Kimi Raikkonen. He uses his boost. We'll turn our boost off in that case. Hamilton, meanwhile, can we get another lap out of this tyre? Should we try go another lap and have some time left on the super softs? Where are we going to come out of the pits if we do come in? Out into 3rd. There's no point in risking it. Is there? Is there point risking it? No, because we might. Although Ricciardo's going quite a bit longer, isn't he? Don't think we're under any trouble with these cars catching us. I think we're still lapping quicker at this point. Yeah, let's risk another lap here. We'll risk another lap because he's just put in the quickest lap of the fastest lap of the race on this worn soft tyre. Although that's because the fuel is going, but... Right, so we'll set up this time now for the super soft. He's going to come back out into 3rd. We'll exit well behind Daniel Ricciardo, but we know Ricciardo's got to pit again. We won't risk it. Don't want him messing up, even though it went alright with Alonso. And look, we're going quicker here. We're going to go quicker in the second sector as well. Even on this worn set of soft tyres. He's setting his new personal best lap, but he's coming into the pits. Alonso, meanwhile, 7th. He's going to get past Hamilton. He does do. Alonso up into 5th. Hamilton into 8th place. But we're in distance here. Hamilton, meanwhile, what is the temperature like? 22. We can't really push these tyres too much. Fuel looks to be on course. We've got Perez and Verstappen in front of us. They still need to pit. Right, so can we get Alonso within touching distance here? I think we need to be within about 16 seconds. Because the pit lane's not that long. Let's see if we can get Hamilton past here. Doesn't look like it. We can't get past Perez. But Perez developing problems with his car. Meanwhile, we've got Alonso up into the podium places here. Can we get... We're going to take Ricciardo before the end of the race. Can we get close enough to Button here? We don't have a lot of room to manoeuvre with the fuel. But we do with the tyres, maybe. Maybe we can push the tyres a little bit more. Because Button does have to pit at some point. Button does have to pit. His car's doing decent though. His reliability is good enough. But these medium tyres are going to go to the point we might be able to catch him. We might have a little bit of room in these super softs as well. Can we get Verstappen? Verstappen's coming into the pits, which should release Hamilton. And Button is in the pits this time. Button is in the pits. He's coming out. We're not going to be able to take him. No, we can't take Button. Button out into second place on a pair of soft tyres. So it looks like Button's got this race sewn up. Excuse me. Right, so we've only got a couple of laps left now. 47%, right. We're going to have to try and get these back now. We've got 4 laps. Yeah, we're pretty clear on those. We're pretty clear on these super softs. Hamilton, he's doing really well on these super softs, but we're going to turn these back down now as well. But meanwhile, way out in front. No problems with his car. It looks like the win is sewn up for Button here. It looks like Button's going to take the lead in the Drivers' Championship. I think he's second. And we're actually dropping behind now because Button is on the much quicker tyre. It's just that we have to try it and fight off Daniel Ricciardo. Is he going to come back at us before the end of the race? Should we cool these tyres down and have them ready to fight off Ricciardo? Have them nice and cooled down so we can fight him off. He's coming back at us pretty quickly. Here. We've got dodgy parts, but they're good enough to hold on to the end of the race. And here comes Ricciardo. Right, so we can go back. Push now. Push. Right. We've got enough boost to keep ahead of him. We see him using his boost. We'll use ours. No, we've run out. We've run out of boost. It's going to take us. Ricciardo is possibly going to take Hamilton here. We're hitting the final lap. Has he got more boost than us? He's got a lot of boost left. We're catching up to Alonso as well. Right, we can push these tyres. We'll keep Alonso in front. These tyres are good enough. We can go high mode with Alonso. We can go high mode with Hamilton. Just fight off Daniel Ricciardo here. Although Hamilton's closing in on Alonso as well. Use a boost, keep him in front. We've got a lot of boost from Alonso. We can get him well clear, can't we? Right, and there we go. Ricciardo now dropping off a little bit. Ricciardo dropping off as we come to the finish line. Both our McLarens close together. Second and third once again. Absolutely amazing. An amazing result for us compared to where we were last season. And compared to where the car is pretty much this season, we're still doing really well. Where did Vettel go? Vettel only came 10th again. Must be having more problems with his car still. Ricciardo in the Williams, Verstappen in the Red Bull doing well. The other Mercedes doing alright this race. Force India in the points. The other Red Bull, Van Dorn in 8th. Renault picking up points with Carlos Sainz. Doing a one-stop strategy. One of the only ones to try it. And got him up into 9th place. That is really good for the Renault. And there we go. Second and third. 125. So a lot of cars still quicker than us. We do have one more engine build to go into the car this season. Hopefully that is going to keep us where we're at. I would be expecting the other cars to be getting new parts towards the end of the season, whereas we've gone full hog with our engine early on. We still have a lot of room for improvement with the rear wing. We can build some new suspension parts and brakes, so we should be able to still keep advancing to sort of fight off here. But a couple of good changes, up 3, up 4. The former McLaren lockout again, once again this season. There we go, Jenson Button now 7 points in the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton second, Fernando Alonso third. It was the right decision to get rid of Button. He wouldn't have been doing as well in this McLaren as what Hamilton can get out of it. But he's in a really strong Mercedes car. It's going to be interesting to see whether he can keep up that fight to the end of the season. He should be able to be in the strongest car. Although you would be expecting Bottas to be doing a little bit better. And there we go, we're still on 47 points over Mercedes. Red Bull have dropped off a tiny little bit. Ferrari only picked up 1 point in that race. That's disappointing for them. Let's just see how we're doing after the race. We should have everyone at 100% happiness. And there we go. Fernando Alonso is not that happy. He didn't pick up any morale boost in that race. Strange for him finishing second. No. But we got a morale boost for Lewis Hamilton +5. We came overall second. Chairman's still really happy. Putting in 1.6 million into the bank. Money still flowing into the coffers here. And yeah, just everything coming along nicely here. We've got the new engine build. Let's just have a quick look at this new engine build. It should be the same, 997, but it can get up to 1066. So hopefully that's going to be able to move us. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to move us above Red Bull engine-wise, but you never know. Interview with Motor Racing Magazine. Simple question, which one of your drivers is better? I'm not going to answer that, obviously. No. Marketability down. Oh, we're still 5 stars anyway. Still 5 stars. Yeah, should have answered for one of them, shouldn't we? But anyway, we've got the HQ coming up next time. We've got the Portuguese Grand Prix coming up next time. Maybe another new engine upgrade. Maybe that'll get us up into the upper echelons. We're still competing pretty much on merit here. Button didn't have any problems, and he's in the best car, and we still kept up with him. So even without the other cars having reliability problems, we would still be in and about where we are, which is pretty good going really for just a second season, considering how far behind we were last season. But that is it for this episode. Remember, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. You know you want to see how this season pans out. You know you do want to do that. But hit that like button as well. Hit it, go on. You know you like this episode. You know, second and third is not too bad. But anyway, until next time, I will see you down the road in Portugal for the Tondela Grand Prix. But until that time, until tomorrow, goodbye.